The Super Daily event is ending. What? Outside diggers? Yes, that is the case. So I don't know if you're going to hear the digger in action just outside, which is funny enough. It's like I just look out my window and there's a digger that's just like removing a load of soil from this mound. Anyway, as you know, the Super Daily event is coming to an end today. Sad times. This particular event is fantastic. Like, I'll give you a good example. I'm at 310 points right now, and whilst I do this video, I'm just going to, and we're going to have a look at some of the feedback from you, the community. I'm just going to quite simply run this here and see what happens in a very live sense of operation. As we know, this particular event is great. It's a fantastic event, and a lot of people have responded incredibly well to it. It's very easy to do. There's a lot of memes. I think a lot of people are very into their memes. The event has been so interesting to players, so well received by players, that I was even surprised at the extent of people's passion and interest around the event. I put out a post that has got one of the most comments amounts that I've ever seen on any of my posts. So thanks to everybody that's like getting involved with this stuff. And you know, Kabam, I'm sure we'll be looking at the data and be going, this is great. People are, you know, receiving this well. I feel like they should make this permanent. I love it more than the 22-hour challenges. They finally got something right and going to take it away from us. I wish this was never ending. It probably, by the way, Kabam will more than likely make this permanent. It just seems, you know, too important to do, and it saves up a lot of free time for players that may be hunting certain things. That being said, first off, there's a slight issue which I don't think gets talked. Well, I've talked about it, and I'm sure a lot of other people have talked about it as well, and that is the 4-hour crystals. I think when I did my calculations for the 4-hour crystals, which are now referred to as the free whatever your progression is challenge, and it does say every 4 hours, which technically it isn't. This is just because they've got to rotate it within the super event. Like, they would probably change the name like that. I do think this should be something that is changed slightly. You can get 4 in a day. Now, I do think you should have 5 within the Super Daily event, the Daily Super event. Mainly as it's, well, like, you can get 5. When I did the totaling, and I'll just do like a rough kind of like total of it, or not, kind of give you a bit of an idea. So if you start at 7:30 in the morning, you pick up your first 4-hour crystal. Your next one will be 4 hours from there, which that's 11:30 a.m. Then from that point, 4 hours more: 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 3:30 right there, p.m. Then you've got 7:30 p.m. if I've done my calculations right with that one. Yeah, so it's 4 hours from there. And then you'll have an 11:30 p.m. pickup. That's 5 crystals right there. That's 5 opportunities. And over the course of, say, what was it, 28 days? Let's surmise that 28 days was the extent of pickup. Let's bring the calculator in and go, okay, well, if it ran for 28 days, 28 times 5 should be 140. Unfortunately, the way that it works at the moment, we get 1 less. So it would be like 4 times 28. So the grand total is 112. So we're without about 28. Now, is that a big issue for a lot of people? Is it 28? No, it's not, is it? No, it's 38. 38, yeah, plus 38. No, it's 28. Why do I kind of like... Anyway, so without 28. Okay, what could those 28 crystals get? Anyone's guess. But if you open up 28 crystals, these 4-hour crystals right now, and open them up, it would be, well, from there I get a full energy refill and a load of health potions and stuff. So I do feel like I'm sort of without them, because I wake up at 7:30 in the morning and I'll go collect. I'll then collect during the day because I'll have a notification pop up, and a lot of people will have similar. So I do think that's probably it. Apart from that, the event itself, from the process of just going to do it, is fantastic. Doing a Battlegrounds fight is probably a better way to do it, but you can send, and what I was saying to like M was just go and auto fight stuff and you'll get what you need out of it. But it's definitely like a really positive thing for the community who definitely see it and going, hey, this is this has, and this is brilliant. But Kabam now will do the data collection, so it's not doom and gloom. It's not like, oh, it's over now, it's bad. Absolutely need to keep it. It's so much better than the 22-hour events. I loved it, honestly. Just played the game without having to focus on particular mode. Just to complete an objective was a massive win for me. I really hope they keep going. Yeah, as a CAV player who has been stuck on 6.3 fights, this event allowed me to close to my final rank 3 that I would need to get Thronebreaker. I love that. What it opens up for players is fantastic. I miss it badly, or I'll miss it badly. That tier 4 alpha option was pure win. Yeah, people loving that. Love the event and hope it returns quickly. The only thing I feel it should update is add relic embers. That's a good shout. Relic embers. I do think that's a very good point. Relic embers. I didn't think about that, but you're right. Really liked it. It's better than the 24-hour event, but but there is one complaint that I have, and that is with the daily crystals. Why move daily crystals to web store? Yeah, that's a good point as well. So I think, like, so far, embers, for me, it's the extra 4-hour crystal, because it could give you a free energy refill and maybe something else. Maybe they could put the free energy refill within the solo event itself, like an extra one. That would be cool. Yes, embers, the daily crystal, and I think actually the daily crystal is amalgamated within it. Don't quote me on that one, but I think that's part of the deal that Kabam kind of put in with it. But I do see people's point. I don't think they should make it permanent, but I think it needs some adjustments. Battlegrounds is fun and all, but having it as main source of points, and that's it, isn't it? You have to auto-fight within other bits of content. SAD was so great. I was 10 times better than the 22-hour events. So much better than the 22-hour events. Yep, can't wait for it to come back. Yeah, it's got to come back, and I'm pretty certain it will. What's the T with this? Is there any extra further info? And yeah, we did say, and just to kind of rebuff and confirm, you know, Kabam are working on trying to make this more of a permanent thing, but they need to get the data right. They need to make sure that things are working well, and, you know, if people are saying, look, Embers, I agree, Embers should be in there. I didn't even think about it. But Kabam Crash did say it will be going away on Monday. It seems like most players on the forum think it's a slam dunk, and I know, sir, I certainly love it, but the decision as to whether or not to bring it back will be based mostly on game data. That's the thing that largely concerns me, because a lot of the time Kabam do act on game data, and that game data can either be a positive or a negative. How you interpret that is down to how much more are you interacting with the game? Are retired people from the game, or people that have disenfranchised with the game, coming back to play more than 10, 20 or 30 minutes that the particular solo event, the super daily solo event, advertises? Because Kabam want that. They want more people coming back. They want more retention. They want you going, if you're a retired player of the game, or you're only playing a certain amount, that you're playing a lot more. For me, it's like no issue. In actuality, it saves a lot of time for me to then refocus my attention elsewhere, knowing I farmed the revive and health potion by literally doing next to nothing. But I do play a lot more other game modes, Alliance Wars, Alliance Quest, not as much arena, but I want more time to be saved. If Battlegrounds has less tiers of operation, or like a better way to climb and get good stuff without having to do so many matches, then that will help me to be able to play more in different areas. And this is another thing that I want and hoping Kabam to do to improve things. But just look at that. Just by auto-fighting, this video has been, like, raw recording so far is 11 minutes. Of course, there are, like, points I have edited. I will edit out in post. But it is now up to a point of, well, I do have 4 hours to go, and I'm not panicking in any particular game mode. I've just auto-fighted through stuff that I'd probably do in any case, because I'd farm units from it. So that's been a positive. But in other days, if there's Battlegrounds on, I'll go and do a Battlegrounds match. Do I think that it should be based on participation? Yes. There are some point things that should be better with this. Like, and look, I haven't done Alliance Wars or Alliance Quest. As soon as I do those, I'm probably earning the points that I need. And that is great. So if you're participating in that, that's another kind of feather in the cap. If you're doing arena, doing incursions, doing battlegrounds, but battlegrounds, I'd love to see a participation. Like if you participate in battlegrounds for 100 points, you participate in a match, here's 100 points. Here's 150 if you won. Or 50 points for participation and 200 points for a win. That at least would be a really good thing. Or 225, sorry. Like one would be like, yeah, 50 points one way, and then, you know, a chunk of points for getting a W and getting yourself through. A lot of the time you will find yourself, you could be playing for about 30 minutes to an hour and just get straight L's. And if you get a load of L's, then of course you're not making a quick participation, which is a problem. So I wonder if Kabam will change that. Data will be important, but let's face it, a lot of us, pretty much all of us, are smashing through getting the daily. And I think that the data will indeed pinpoint a positive interaction for the community, and indeed will likely lead to players getting this on a permanent basis. As if Kabam Crash goes is good, right, I'm sure this will be a permanent feature. But that was one thing that was really great about kind of putting this video together, looking at the research, looking at what players were saying, and of course doing the master post on the RichTheMan community post section. So go and check that out whenever we post stuff. It's all about getting interaction from you, lovely people of the community, and figuring out, you know, what do you feel about something? Are you happy about something or not? And then what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll send this over to Kabam and just say that, take a look, this is really interesting. Kabam have used some of the posts in the past, including, you know, sentiment from the community. So this is really good and really helpful. So yeah, sad to see it go, but I can't say 100%. I'm 90% sure that Kabam will bring this back as a permanent thing because it works well. It's a quality of life improvement, and as much positivity I've seen is, we should get this as a permanent thing. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. If you didn't get out to the community post, put in the comment section, how do you feel about this event going, but also how do you feel about it being a permanent thing in the future? Thanks for watching, and did you notice the brand new thing in the background? Hope you did. Check out some other content located on screen. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.